First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim, and you, Ak, like I believe in all sincerity. So as you see here, drag performance resembling Last Supper at Olympic opening. Ceremony rankles conservatives. While some fans love this unabashed display of French camp and kish, others, particularly those who espouse conservative or Christian beliefs, were not happy with it. And you can go ahead and check this video out when you get a chance. Okay, so let's read this article and get a couple scriptures. It says Paris, the extravagant opening ceremony of the 2024 Paris Olympics has caused fury among the populace and religious right in the United States and elsewhere, with critics especially unhappy about an apparent depiction of the Last Supper featuring drag performers. A fashion show at the ceremony included a scene that resembled a modern recreation of Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting. French actor and singer Philippe Catherine appeared as the Greek god Dionysus, painted blue and wearing little more than a bunch of flowers covering his modesty. All right, so you got dudes wearing a little bit of flowers to cover his shame, all right, if you will. While some fans love this unabashed display of French camp and kish, others, particularly those who espouse conservative or Christian beliefs, were not happy with it. In this scene from the Olympic opening ceremony, the famous painting of the Last Supper is recreated, but Jesus is replaced with an obese woman, while queer and trans figures, including a child, depict her apostles. Jenna Ellis, former 2000 campaign attorney to Donald Trump, told her 1 million followers on X. She described the ceremony as containing overt pagan and satanic symbolism. You see? Yeah, it's obviously mocking, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. Now, real quick, right here it says overt pagan and satanic symbolism, so it's outright in the open. All right, and they did a mock Last Supper. Okay, they recreated it. Okay, putting the Jesus figure as an obese woman, while queer and trans figures were around as the apostles, and also there was a child. All right, showing you what that reminds you of what Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, because when you read matter of fact, when you go to I want to say Leviticus 19, there was children. Let's see, real quick. Right, Genesis 19:4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed a house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. You see? So there was old men and there was young men that compassed Lot's house, where Lot had two angels visiting him. So as you can see in this opening Olympic ceremony, they had a child as one of the disciples, which is a total blasphemous depiction of the Last Supper. The scriptures say that the Yahweh Shai desired, with much desire, he wanted to have the Last Supper with the disciples, but this is how they depict them. All right, and that's it. That's wicked. Okay, they even have a child. That tells you that the spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah is heavy in the world. All right, it says the Last Supper refers to the final meal that Yahweh Shai shared with his 12 apostles before he was crucified. It is also a popular subject in Christian art, most famously depicted by Da Vinci, who painted a scene that captured the apostles Reaction to Jesus, we know him as Yahweh Shai, announcement of his betrayal, right? He announced his betrayal. He even washed the disciples' feet. Okay. So those are like final instructions, if you will, before he left. And this is what they do. Okay. They take a religious, or I should say a spiritual um, significance in the scriptures, and they make it blasphemous. Thomas Jolly, the artistic director of the opening ceremony, defended the production when asked at a news conference Saturday about some of the backlash. Jolly said he was unaware of the criticism and wanted to display inclusion. Okay, of course, the director of the opening ceremony would say such things, right? When we want to include everyone and not exclude anyone, questions are raised, he said on the International Olympic Committee media briefing. Our subject was not to be subversive. We never wanted to be subversive. We wanted to talk about diversity. Diversity means being together, he continued. We wanted to include everyone, as simple as that. In France, we have freedom of creation, artistic freedom. We are lucky in France to live in a free country. I didn't have any specific messages that I wanted to deliver. In France, we are republic. We have the right to love whom we want. We have the right not to be worshipers. We have a lot of rights in France, and this is what I wanted to convey. Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker called the depiction crazy in a post on Instagram and quoted the New Testament book epistle to the Galatians, warning that for what things a man shall sow, those also shall he reap. Butker sparked accusations of sexism and homophobia over a commencement speech in May, in which he told a class of college graduates that one of the most important titles a woman can hold is homemaker. So you got people against this, all right, and you got others that want to hold these ceremonies at France where it's open, all right. It says here, um, we have the right to love whom we want. We have the right not to be worshipers. We have a lot of rights in France, and that's just not the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, this is a First Corinthians. Let's get this. It's First Corinthians 6. Okay. Wait. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. All right? Effeminate. Okay? You can't be effeminate. Scriptures say a man shall not wear that with pertaining unto a woman. That whole drag is off.
Strong's G 3120, Malakas.
Right. And you see right here of a boy kept for mole relations with a man. All right, having a child, a bunch of drag. That's Sodom and Gomorrah type activities, and we know what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah. A male who submits his body to unnatural lewdness. You see, the feminine, walking around, all right, in almost nothing. You had a guy who was wearing flowers to cover his manhood. That's wicked. Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. You see? But it says, and such were some of you, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in the spirit of our power. All right, so you come into the knowledge and you're washed. A lot of these people that they don't know that they're an abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. There's strict commandments on what not to do. Let's see. There's one in Peter. Right. This 2 Peter 2 and 6. And 5, and it spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. Okay, and that story seems to be forgotten in this world. Okay, and the ark is said to be in Mount Ararat in Turkey, and you can actually, fly over it and see the actual vessel, the boat, the ark. Okay, so that really happened. Okay, but you see here Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. He was saved in eight people. Okay, him and his household, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample to those that after should live ungodly. So, as the world was once destroyed in water, the second time it will be destroyed in fire, just like Sodom and Gomorrah. That's an example to those that should live ungodly. It says, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation and the wicked. Right. We're vexed with the filthy behavior. If you go into that word conversation, it means behavior of the wicked. There's a standard that we're supposed to uphold in which we are not participating in such things. You can't even watch those things. That's vexing. Okay. Lot was vexed with the conversation of the wicked. We're vexed when we see these type of things. For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. You see? You get vexed when you see this type of shit. All right? It's not something for, to be happening. Especially at an opening ceremony for an Olympics. You can't even watch the Olympics. You can't even watch the Super Bowl. You can't even, it's like whenever they have a big award show, it's always going to be some wickedness. Always. Okay? Let's get a couple more. It's not going to be too long. Let's get this. Luke 17. I'll get to the point. 28. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Okay, so the scriptures say the Lord cometh like a thief in the night. You don't want to be caught doing such activities, man. What a man got doing wearing a dress, and you even say something. You're a mophobe. You know what I'm saying? You got a phobia. It's like no. You know what I'm saying? Man made Yahweh Bashim Shai made man and woman. That's just the way it is. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. You see, it's going to be the same. Just like Sodom and what happened, it's going to be the same, man. Same judgment. It's going to rain fire on all that are into that. This is Jude 1 and 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh. Right? They're breaking sexual laws. They're even going after strange flesh. Animals. There could have been some, well, we read about, that even the young came out about that was going on too. That pedo action. That's why it was destroyed like that, and are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. You see, so that's bad, man. Okay, so we're just reporting on this. Okay, this is Mark 6 and 10. And he said unto them, in what place soever ye enter into a house, there abide till ye depart from that place. And whosoever shall not receive you nor hear you when ye depart thence, shake off the dust under your feet for a testimony against them. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. You see, you go to a city, you go into a house, you teach people the truth. You speak these things, but if they don't receive it, yeah, you basically you shake off the dust, and that's a testimony against such people. All right, it'll be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah. So it's going to be. So what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah is nothing was going to be happening that day of that judgment, in the day of judgment in that city. Okay, because this is madness, man.
This is another one of the bridges, a little bit farther down. This is the bridge very close to the Eiffel Tower. And if we talk about
That big fat one right there in the middle with the white thing with the silver headband, I think it's supposed to be how it was Shy. And there's the child right there to the left in yellow. Madness. That's enough of that. Nobody wants to see that. All right. So Lord willing, you were edified. Just reporting, this Last Supper Olympic ceremony opening. All right. Straight madness. Lord willing, you were edified. Shalom.